The nation's top infectious disease expert, Dr. Anthony Fauci, greeted with a warm welcome in Seattle by a group of fellow scientists and medical experts eager to hear what's on his mind as the U.S. prepares to head into fall. 2.5 years since the first U.S. case of COVID-19 was discovered here in Western Washington.
We're concerned about there being a surge in the fall.
Dr. Fauci, hosted by close friend and colleague Dr. Larry Corey, former president of the Fred Hutch. The two were instrumental in HIV/AIDS research dating back to the early 80s. And today, Fauci receives the Hutch Award, an honor normally set aside for pro baseball players as champions off the field for public health. But in this discussion, COVID-19 dominated the conversation.
The lesson that I take away is don't ever underestimate ever an emerging infection. You never know where it's going.
Fauci says he's still concerned about how much misinformation about the virus and vaccines can still be so prevalent today.
It's so much untruths that people who have a lot of other things in their lives that they have to worry about, they kind of start accepting it, and all of a sudden, lying becomes normal.
Dr. Fauci, people are concerned about what's going to happen in the fall, and I'm just curious, in your view, what can people expect when it comes to any new potential variants, the severity of that variant, and the importance of boosters?
Boosters are going to be extremely important because we know very clearly that immunity, at least against symptomatic infection, maybe not so much against severe disease, wanes at about 4 months or 5 months.
Fauci also said he's hopeful about new research paving the way for an even stronger vaccine to be developed in the coming months. And when it comes to monkeypox, Dr. Fauci says public health advancements are in a much better place to deal with an outbreak compared to HIV/AIDS in the 80s and 90s.
So the next iteration of COVID is...
And another striking moment when he was asked what still keeps him up at night.
We're going into our 3rd year in January. No one in their wildest dreams would have ever thought that we were going to have a virus that is as uncanny as this.
Fauci also telling the group he's still the target of anti-science rhetoric and still fears for the safety of him and his family. He doesn't head home quite yet tonight. He throws the first pitch at the Mariners-Yankees game at T-Mobile Park. Fauci famously a lifelong Yankees fan. In Seattle, Jake Wittenberg, King 5 News.